Your training should include short, concentrated daily practice and seeing quickly. So this is in regards to quick awareness drills that you can do at home. Welcome to Jeet Kune Do review by Octavio. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet below, please do so. Hit the notification bell button and like. Please don't forget to share, because the more you get it out there and the more views I get, the more subscriptions, and the more content I can create. If you're willing to take the next steps, the next courses, so you can improve your skill set, visit theartofjeetkune.com, and I have courses outlined there for you so you can gain the benefit and the outcome of Wave the Intercepting Fist. So let's get started to the next one. Your training should include short, concentrated daily practice and seeing quickly. There's a lot of devices out there today that you can pick up that will improve your visual awareness, the ability to pick up something quickly, an object that comes in front of you, to understand the perception. And some of the drills could be very advanced, and sometimes you need to just start slowly so you can pick up one after another. And also too, your body needs to be able to connect to what you're thinking, to where your position is and where the target is. It takes time. If you haven't done something like this before, maybe now it's time to start training. I'm going to use this little tennis ball, and all Coulter's going to do is do the best he can to catch it wherever it's going to land. And being that it's this small, it's basically a cat toy. Anybody can pick this up at a pet store, and you're just throwing it right out, making sure that you can see it and catch it wherever it's landing, right? The only thing I would recommend is to use different hands, different positions. Like if I catch it here, I'm gonna step off and I'm gonna throw it here. And here, I'm gonna step off and throw it this way. And then so forth, I'm gonna do the same thing here. And then I'm gonna go overhand, toss it this way. And this is a simple way to get started, right? The only difference is now, instead of it being at this pace, it's going to change. See the rhythm has changed? I messed that one up, but you get the idea. By getting your eyes focused on a target, increases your reaction time to respond, to grab something, to understand your position, and to learn to move wherever you need to. Now I can go from here, from here, This is by far one of the best visual cues that will help you hit. By responding, all he needs to do is lift the focus mitt up and you strike. You can start from this position. This is probably the hardest way to drive your punch. I mean, most of us start here and you're firing, or you're starting here and you're firing, or you're starting here and you're hitting. Now, by standing in nature is because you're taking the self-defense aspect. You're taking to the point where you're going to be standing back and you need to hit from this position, all right? And that's your cue to hit, all right? Let's say, for instance, if he goes up and if I was late, you can drop it back down. That means I was too slow. In many cases, that could be the case. If you're just starting and you end up missing it, you're like, oh, well, that means that your reaction speed is delayed. So then you got to get to the point where before he leaves. When you were training in boxing, did you have any visual cue awareness drills besides pad work?
Well, basically it was just based off of movement. We did pads, obviously what we're doing here with just giving them the option, and then we kind of used the telegraphing aspect as well. If they were telegraphing too much, we would simply just move it out of the way.
Right.
But typically what we would do is with the movement, we didn't care what the movement was. We didn't care if it was a punch, even though we were boxing, if they wanted to lift a leg or something. What we wanted to make sure is that when we're teaching students, we want to make sure that when they receive some type of stimulation or some type of action. We want them to have the first instinct of having some type of reaction. It might not be perfect, it might not be the preferred way that we want them to react, but what the basis of it is that if somebody moves, we just want them to view it, we want them to react to it.
Right, okay, so then if that's the case, it's the same idea. If I'm just going to throw it, you're going to hit, you could even punch it, yeah. And then I'm going to be a little bit faster because I know he's quick. So what I'm going to do is challenge him to hit it quicker. See how it's changing up on you a little bit? Yeah. My idea would be like, okay, once you see me moving, you might as well launch it. Okay, you get the idea. Part of the visual awareness training is footwork, is moving out of the way or reacting to something. So here we're going to include footwork, and I'm just simply moving out of the way before I get hit. Now you can start off here, and if he's going to launch, I'm going to step off. Now he's going to give me justice by really trying to hit me in the head. Otherwise it won't work. If I get tagged, that means my reaction speed is too slow. Even as a coach, the coach will recognize what level you're at. So that's the way he's going to deliver the speed. So let's say I'm a straight beginner. Depending on the coach, he's going to deliver it, I move. Or let's say I'm not aware, I get tagged, I'm like, oh, you gotta move quicker. Okay, well, how do you do that? Well, you gotta check your entire visual awareness. There's a field and distance that's going to allow you to respond in just in time. If you're this close and you launch it, boom, I might not have enough reaction time. That means that my processor is not analyzing this quick enough and I'm getting hit. So giving more distance would probably help at first. So give me more distance. There you go from here. And then if I was a beginner and you've launched it all the way from there, I'll have enough time to move. All right, perfect. Now you're moving. In the aspect of footwork, I'm just moving my entire base away from getting hit. So if he's throwing that punch, I'm just shifting out of the way without having to do this, right? We all understand if you're in boxing, if you train boxing a lot and you profess that's your primary goal is boxing till the day you die, and then this is better for you, then that's fantastic. What I'm talking about is using your base for when you're getting, or somebody coming at you, that you're using your base to your advantage, to assess, to counterattack, to use your legs. That's another thing too that we have to come to realize, and I can make the argument that legs is going to give you the advantage over somebody that's using your hands. But you got to be quick at your legs. You can't just sit there and say, okay, I can throw my kicks really high and it's going to work 100% of the time. There's always a threshold to every technique out there. It's determined by what high probable tools you want to use to effectively protect yourself out there without having to say, okay, I can use all these tools, when really sometimes only one or two is probably better. But right now, we're looking at footwork, and you're going to make sure that you're looking effectively, and then all you're doing is moving. So from this position, you could see that when Coulter strikes, all I'm doing is just shifting my body out of the way, and it's really trying to reach for me so I don't get hit. All I'm doing is moving and sidestepping the position. Okay, the other position that I could take would be more like, let's say I'm moving here now. Now I'm centered on his base. His center is now completely out of the way. Now it's giving me an understanding and awareness about his base is offline, and I can take advantage of that. A little bit more on an angle so you can see. So if he's firing right at my nose, you see I'm positioning here. I can actually use my legs. So for instance, for an example, I can go here, boom, boom, and then fire from this position. Let's say I wanted to take it the other way. So if you wanted to see it, I'm going to shift it this way, all right? He's gonna end up hitting it or following me. If I did this at the wrong time, he can just literally follow me. But if you do it last minute, you could simply slip. And there's a little bit more sophistication to this than just moving out of the way from a straight line and then moving. You're talking about millionth of a second as far as adjustments happen to be able to move out of someone's commitment. Because that commitment can change depending on the distance that you have. But I'll share these things later for you. And in fact, I have a course. If you're interested, please visit theartofjkt.com and we can take you on that right path. For right now, all I want you to do is take it easy, all right? And don't overthink this. Make this as simple as possible. First drill like this. It's just all you're doing is standing. He hits and I move. And he hits, I move. It's just as simple as doing something like this. I'll just move, sidestep, move, sidestep. Learn on your visual awareness drill. It's like this, and you go. And then, you know, long pull standards, it's like whoop, boom, yeah. But that's a little sketchy, right? You might end up getting hit, but you know, I can follow you and hit you this way, bam, 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 bam. Now, if we're gonna do this as an awareness drill, I'm just gonna thrust it forward. Yeah. And what you're going to do is try to stay as close to the pull as possible. So you know only how much you need to move. I'm just going to go straight to your nose. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, easy. This is something you could see in Bruce Lee fighting methods. You can tell that Bruce is just using this as a visual. I need to make sure that I see this clearly as I step off and I step off. Now the book, if you notice the photograph, Bruce is doing a little bit more emphasis, not necessarily just stepping off like this. It's more like, boom, like it's something's literally happening. And you only want to move just enough, right, to counter. The same thing for this side, it's like, boom, I'm here to counter. So then you can take extra steps. You can start drilling different things. Boom, you know, as I'm hitting, boom, I'm striking over, boom, and so forth. So you can definitely work with a partner utilizing the pull to help you increase visual awareness and gain a benefit. So thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. It only makes sense. Share, like, and I look forward to releasing the next episode. And until next time, stay explosive.